Welcome. Welcome to the Filthy Kitchen. I am the Squadron. So, today, it's back to work. I made the coffee. I heated the coffee in the microwave. And I'm waiting for the oil to heat up. We're frying a steak. This steak right here. Oops. I'm gonna fry this on the pan. Here's the steak. So, like I said, I got some extra virgin olive oil in the pan on medium heat, waiting for the smoke point. That is the time the meat starts to smoke. Just gonna put some salt on this. Seems like a lot of salt, seems like a lot of pepper, but in reality, most of this is going to end up in the oil on the pan. So I'm gonna do both sides. That's the pepper making me sneeze. Pepper makes some people sneeze. Bright lights also make some people sneeze. Bright lights don't do it for me. Apparently you can watch this when people get out of a movie theater and they look up at the incandescent lights. A lot of them sneeze. They've come from the dark room into the light. And for some reason, the light makes them sneeze. Why that is, I don't think people know. I don't think it's been studied. But it might be some sort of warning that we have developed for other members in the tribe when something strange is afoot. Obviously, you sneeze to get anything potentially dangerous out of your earway, particularly out of your nose. Irritants and things like that. You don't want things like that going down into your lungs. So, as a first line of defense, you sneeze, but with bright lights, you know, it's a very strange, jarring thing for ancient man. So, it might just alert other members of the tribe of potential danger, or who knows, it might just be a misfiring of genetics. It doesn't really have any survival value, it's just one of these quirks in the system. It's only 9:30 at night, it's a little early for me to be drinking this coffee, but I'm drinking it. I don't want to get sleepy at work halfway through the shift. But that's it. I'll drink this liter of coffee. I drink a liter of coffee every night before work. A lot of coffee, but I need the caffeine. Makes me pee a lot, of course. Oh, smoke point. The smoke point has been reached, so I'm going to get my timer, which is my old phone. I've got it for 2 minutes and 46 seconds. So by the time this hits the oil, it's about 2 minutes and 40 seconds, we'll say. Hot. So I'm doing 2 minutes and 40 seconds aside. I usually do 2 steaks, one to eat and one for tomorrow night, but this was a single steak in a single pack on sale, short dated. So that's what we're having. I could probably use a few eggs to go with the steak. I haven't eaten much today. I had some leftover ribs that my mother got for a birthday party she went to. Her friends had a birthday party for her. Her birthday was the 18th of the month, but she celebrated it with her friends on Saturday, the 23rd, I think it was. And she didn't eat all of her ribs, so I had half a rack of ribs. They were good, but very dry. I think that's because they were left over. With leftover ribs, you don't want to put them in the microwave. They end up tasting very bony. I did put those in the microwave briefly. I put them in the oven for a while, but I didn't get the temperature right or the time, so they were still a little cold, so I ended up putting them in the microwave for part of the reheat. Alright, you may notice the filthy kitchen is not as filthy as it was. I'm slowly making some progress in this place, tidying it up, and by slowly I mean not getting a whole lot done, but hopefully I get this place clean before long. 10 seconds left. Getting ready to flip. Stop the alarm. And start it up again. The alarm on that phone is not very loud. Ooh, looking good. Looking fine, looking perfect. It's a little loud in the oil. So this weekend was pretty much a waste. I was extremely exhausted. As you know, the other day I did a boxing, 7 5-minute rounds of boxing and 10 miles on the bike. I may have overdone it because after that I've basically been very tired and I slept pretty much for the rest of my weekend. I've been very tired, very groggy, but I got lots of sleep today, so hopefully tonight won't be too bad. And I got all the dishes washed. I got the laundry done. If you hear a hum coming from the laundry room, that's the dryer. The dryer has been working overtime. Clothes I wear at work. Hopefully the dryer is done in the next hour or so. By the time I go to work, I'm going to need my work clothes. But otherwise, yeah, the weekend was very uneventful. I did watch a guitar player down at the United Church last night. I went with a friend. She had an extra ticket, so that was nice. Nice of her to offer, and it was nice to see. The guitar player's name was Daniel Champagne from Australia. A very odd way of playing the guitar, lots of percussive strikes on the instrument. But it was interesting, it was something different. The folk art society or something was using around, put it out. If he comes to town, I'd recommend you give him a watch if you're interested. Probably something you're not going to want to listen to all the time. I wasn't really interested in buying his CD or watching his videos on YouTube, but he does have some videos you can check out. If you want to see what he's all about. If he comes back to town, I probably would not see him again unless it was a few years down the road. But nonetheless, it was just great to get out. I haven't been out since COVID. And yeah, it was an evening well spent. Something different, something to get out of the house and enjoy some time. So, who knows? All right, let's have a look. The floor is a little slippery. Some oil may have splattered. This steak looks delightful. I'm going to let that rest. Letting it rest means steak is 70 or 80% water, as we know, just like the human body and other bodies. So some of this oil is trapped within the tissue, and as it heats up like water does, it vaporizes, which means it goes from a liquid state to the gaseous state. But this gaseous water vapor has nowhere to go, so it kind of balloons out into the meat and it's pushing. So when you're cooking, you see whether it's a burger or steak or something, it tends to swell up while it's cooking. So if I were to cut this steak now, I would let a lot of that moisture out, and then I would have a dry steak. So what you do is you rest the steak, which means you let it cool down, you let the gas turn back into water, liquid water. Gaseous water is water vapor, as you know. Ice is the solid state of water. Everybody knows that. And water vapor is the gaseous state. So as that water vapor returns to liquid water, it goes back where it should be, and then you get a nice juicy steak. Steam, on the other hand, is not water vapor. Steam is actually liquid water in very small particles, like a cloud. A cloud is basically steam, and you know this because you can see it. If you can see it, it's not vapor. Water vapor is invisible. Steam is visible. So if the kettle is boiling, the part of the cloud you can see is steam. The part that you can't, shooting out and among that, is the vapor. You can't see it, but sometimes it distorts the air around it and you can see a shimmering. That's how you know the steam is there. And of course, we all know that the atmosphere contains different amounts of moisture, different water. So there is steam, there is water, gas, gaseous water, free water molecules around us at all the time. And depending on the humidity, there's more, higher humidity, more steam, more vapor, I should say, lower humidity, less vapor. Anyway, that's about it. So that's all I got to say at the moment. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to enjoy this steak with my coffee. It's a little late to cook eggs, so I hope this is going to be enough food to get me through the shift. So anyway, till next time, who loves you, baby? This guy. Don't forget it. And remember, you're somebody's favorite person out there, probably mine. So till next time, if we're going through tough times, we're going to try to think positive, try to think rationally. We're going to wait. We're going to be patient and endure. We're going to endure. We're going to suffer. That's part of life. But we're going to suffer in the spirit of patience and the spirit of rational thought. And misery loves company, so if you find this channel helpful, please come back anytime. There's lots of videos there, and hopefully better days are going to come sooner rather than later. So till next time, love you. Goodbye.